Hello students, in the today's video we will discuss the HSC board chemistry answer sheet for 2023. So today's paper was easy, and there was 4 sections for the question paper. From question number 1 to question number 31 we will discuss. The question paper has 4 sections A, B, C, D. First section for 1 mark, second section for 2 marks, third section for 3 marks, and fourth section for 4 marks. So these are the answers for section number 1. We know that BCC crystal structure, the relationship between radius and the edge length is R is equals to root 3 upon A into 4. The pH of monobasic base is 11.2, and its OH minus ion concentration is 1.5. This numeric is already solved in the textbook. The relationship between first order rate constant and the pressure is also given in the textbook. Then the fourth number question, spin of magnetic moment of Mn2 plus, manganese 2 plus ion is, we know the formula, under mu is equals to under root n of n plus 2, where n is equals to unpaired electron, so 5 unpaired electron. So if we substitute the value of 5 in this one, you will get 5.91 Bohr magneton is the magnetic moment. Correct formula for this compound is this one. Then next one, allylic halide. We know that sp3 hybridized carbon followed by sp2 is called as allylic carbon, and this position is called as allylic position. This is allylic position. The next one, LiLH4. LiLH4 is strong reducing agent, reduces to double bond and aldehydic both group. Next one, ozonolysis. Ozonolysis for 2-methyl. Ozonolysis for 2,3-dimethyl 2-butyl. So what is the structure for 2,3-dimethyl 2-butyl? We discussed about the structure, CH3, C double bond, upside again one more CH3, C again upside one more CH3, and you will get one more CH3 here. If you break the bond from center, you will get acetone as a product, 2 moles of acetone as a product. The glycosidic linkage present in maltose, alpha 1 for glycosidic linkage present. Mono of natural rubber is isoprene. The next one, 1 mark question. What is the name or technique used for geometry of nanoparticles? So which technique is used? X-ray diffraction technique is used. Write the name of product formed by the action of LiLH4 on acetamide. LiLH4 reacted on acetamide, you will get primary amine as a product, because carbon is get reduced into the hydroxylamine first and again get reduced to primary amine. The second one, write the name of product when chlorobenzene reacted with sodium metal. Chlorobenzene reacted with sodium metal in presence of dry ether, you will get biphenyl as a product. The name of reaction is Fittig reaction. What is the chemical composition of creolite? Na3LF6 is the chemical composition of creolite. Which complex is utilized? Cisplatin is utilized for treatment of cancer. Unit of cryoscopic constant, Kelvin, kilogram per mole. Write the correct condition for spontaneity. So delta G should be a negative for spontaneous reactions. Calculate molar conductivity. So molar conductivity is 1000 into K divided by concentration. Simple numerical they are asking. Then the B section, you have to write down any to distinguish from lanthanides and actinide series. So we know that lanthanide having binding energy for lanthanide is 4f orbital and here 5f orbital. Lanthanide last valence electron enters in 4f orbital, here actinides valence electron is to 5f orbital. So common oxidation state for lanthanide is +4 and here +4, +5, +6. So lanthanide do not form complexes easily. Actinides shows their complexes. One more important difference, that is lanthanide compounds are less basic and actinide complex are more basic. And one more difference, that is in lanthanide except promethium all are non-radioactive, and here all radioactive only all radioactive elements. So this is very simple. The next one, this numeric is already solved in the book, so I have not taken. Then question number 5, define green chemistry. Green chemistry is used for pollution prevention by environmentally conscious design chemical products, and the process reduced to elimination of use of generation of hazardous substance. Advantages, you have to write down any 2 uses, because this is a very simple question. Revolution of electronic and computing, solar energy sector, medical field we are utilizing these nanoparticles. Then substitutional impurity and interstitial impurity. Substitutional impurity, we are inserting substitution element in the crystal structure. In an example of brass, brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. So host element is copper and impurity of zinc we are inserting to form this alloy. One more question they are asking, that is interstitial impurity. In this defect, the impurity of an atom occupy the interstitial spaces. So the small spaces you are observing in this diagram, so this is filled by carbon. So stainless steel is an example for this impurity defect. So iron is a continuous phase in which interstitial spaces captured by the carbon. Next one, question number 7. Write the chemical reaction for the following. Chlorobenzene is heated with fuming H2SO4. So chlorobenzene is orthopara directing substance. When reaction with the concentrated fuming H2SO4, you will get orthochlorobenzene sulfonic acid and the parachlorobenzene sulfonic acid, in which parachloro is a major product. Ethyl bromide heated with silver acetate. Ethyl bromide when heated with silver acetate, it forms ethyl acetate as a product. This is substitution type of reaction. AgBr as a byproduct. Define acidic buffer. Write the relationship between solubility product and solubility, that is KSP for PbI2. Acidic buffer has acidic pH and it is prepared by mixing of weak acid and its salt with strong base. An aqueous solution of a concentration of acetic acid and sodium acetate. So pH is 4.74. Generally we are utilizing this acidic buffer to standardize the solution in acidic medium with the help of pH electrode. So KSP for this substance is PbI2, 2 plus ions, and I minus as a power raised to 2. Question number 9, chloroform and caustic potash. So what is the action of following reagents on ethylamine? So this is carbylamine test. Ethylamine reacted with chloroform with KOH, you will get carbylamine, that is ethyl isocyanate as a product. And the second one, nitrous acid. Ethylamide reacted with diazotization at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, that is 273 to 278 Kelvin temperature. Primary alcohol gives as a product. One more, Gibbs free energy they are asking in the numerical solved. In Gibbs free energy is minus 51.53 kilojoule. Write the chemical reactions for the preparation of glucose from sucrose. So sucrose on hydrolysis in acidic medium, you will get glucose and fructose as a compound. And one more question attached with this one. Write the structure of D-ribose. So D-ribose structure is in front of our form or in normal form. Define extensive property. So what is extensive property? The property which depends on the amount of matter present in a system. It's called as extensive property. One more attached question. They are asking about work done for 2 mole of an expansion of an ideal gas from 10 decimeter cube to 20 decimeter cube in a vacuum at 298 Kelvin. So simply work done for maximum work done with variable in the volume. W is equals to minus 2.303 nRT log of V2 upon V1. N is equals to number of moles, R is equals to gas constant, T is equal to temperature, and change in the volume, that is 10 liter to 20 liter. That is V1 is 10 decimeter cube and V2 is 20 decimeter cube. You will get answer minus 3434.9 joule. So we know that if your work done is minus, if your work done is negative, so work done by the system on the surrounding. Write the reaction for the formation of nylon 6s. This is very important. Prominently they are asking these questions from last 8 to 10 question papers. So adipic acid reacted with hexamethyldiamine. So peptide linkage is observed to form nylon 6,6. So after every 6 carbon there is a repetition of this bond. So this is nylon 6,6. Draw the structure of following compounds for 2 marks. Chloric acid. HClO3 is chloric acid, and one more structure they are asking, peroxide disulfuric acid. Peroxide disulfuric acid is H2S2O8, symmetrical structure. Define osmosis. So osmosis is spontaneous passage of diffuse of water or other solvent through a semi-permeable membrane. One more definition given in the textbook: the net spontaneous flow of solvent molecule into the solution from more diluted solution to the more concentrated solution through a semi-permeable membrane is called as osmosis. Attached question with this one, they are asking about determination of molar mass of non-volatile solute by elevation of boiling point. So elevation of boiling point, this derivation is already solved in the textbook. So M2 is equals to 1000 into Kb into W2 upon delta Tb into W1. The next one, question number 16. How will you prepare ethyl alcohol from ethyl acetate? So ethyl alcohol into ethyl acetate, ethyl alcohol when reacted to acetic acid in acidic medium, you will get ethyl acetate as a product, that is esterification. Second, phenol into benzene. So phenol on reduction with zinc dust, you will get benzene as a product. And the third one, diethyl ether into ethyl chloride. When diethyl ether reacted with PCl5, you will get ethyl chloride and phosphoryl chloride, POCl3 as a product, byproduct. One more, a weak monobasic acid is 10% dissociated in 0.05 molar solution. What is the percentage of dissociation in 0.15 molar solution? So the percentage of dissociation is 6.93. Numerical solved in front of you already. Explain the dehydrohalogenation of 2-chlorobutane. This is an example of HSC elimination. Double bond should be a center site, or more substituted alkene gives as a major product. So 2-butene as a more substituted alkene, it gives as a major product, and less substituted as a minor product, because symmetrical alkene as a major product in HSC elimination. One more attached question, they are asking about CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, uses and environmental effect. So chlorofluorocarbon is used in the refrigerator and air conditioner. These are responsible for depletion of ozone layer present in the stratosphere of the atmosphere. So what are the environmental effects? We know that depletion of ozone layer is the main environmental effect we are observing. Next question. 2000 millimoles of an ideal gas expand isothermally and reversibly from 20 liter to 30 liter at 300 Kelvin. Calculate work done for the process. So simply work done for variable minus 2.30 nRT log of V2 upon V1, and your answer is minus 2021.93 joule. What are interstitial compound? Give the classification of alloys. So interstitial compound, when the small amount of impurities like hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen trapped in the interstitial spaces in the crystal lattice of the compound form is called as interstitial compound, and especially these are classified into two ways. The first one is ferrous alloys and the second one is non-ferrous alloy. Steel is a ferrous alloy and the brass is non-ferrous alloy. Iron as a main impurity, iron as a main constituent in alloy as a ferrous, non-iron containing non-ferrous. So draw, next question, draw the label diagram for hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. So we know that hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, hydrogen is from one side, oxygen from another side. We are intaking water as a product for this reaction. Okay. Applications of fuel cell. So fuel cell is used on experimental basis in automobiles. Fuel cell also used for electrical power in space program. In spacecraft, fuel cell gives water as a byproduct, and these fuels we are utilizing that are weightless, so generally utilized for aircraft. In fuel cells can be possible for explore power generation in hospitals, hotels, homes, etc. etc. These are the applications. You have to write down any two applications for this one. The next one, COF6. Oxidation state of this cobalt is +3. So when you're drawing the oxidation state, you will get 3d6 4s 0 electronic configuration. So 4s 4p and 4d orbital is vacant orbital where the 6 ligand can donate their 12 electron, and you will get sp3d2 orbital. So outer d orbital is utilized in this configuration to form octahedral spaces. So there are 4 electrons are unpaired in this system, so hence it is paramagnetic in the nature. So especially they are asking about geometry. So what is the geometry of this complex? Octahedral is the geometry. The complex is outer complex. Magnetic properties, this is paramagnetism, and hybridization is sp3d2. What is pseudo first order reaction? Actually some reaction behaves as a first order, but the order of the reaction is higher than the observation. One of the concentration is higher for the some reaction. Certain reactions with expected to be higher order but follows first order kinetics called as pseudo first order reaction. In this example, methyl acetate is an example. For hydrolysis of methyl acetate, you will get acetic acid and methanol as a product, but the rate of reaction is independent on the concentration of water. So the rate of reaction depends on only concentration of acetic acid. So it's first order. And in zero order reaction, the rate of reaction is independent on the concentration of reactant. So we are taking power raised to 0 for the concentration of reacting molecules, and by this one you will get d into concentration of A k dt. If you are solving this equation with integrating, you will get final equation K is equals to A naught initial concentration minus final concentration with time. The unit for zero order reaction is mole per liter per time. It will be in second or minutes. Explain aldol condensation. This is a very famous question. Aldol condensation. The aldehyde of ketone which contains an alpha hydrogen atom undergoes self oxidation. So what it gives? Aldehyde, beta hydroxy aldehyde, that is croton aldehyde as a product, 2-hydroxy butanol as a product, which on dehydration alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, that is alpha beta butanol, that is croton aldehyde, used as a product. Explain the behavior of 16 group element with respect to atomicity. Oxygen is diatomic while other all elements are polyatomic. So like P4, S8 are polyatomic. The second one, magnetic property. Oxygen is paramagnetic because it is anomalous. So oxygen is first element of the respective group, showing different properties than the respective group element. Other elements are diamagnetic in the nature. Oxidation state. Oxygen shows -1, -2, +2 oxidation state, while other element shows +2, +4, +6 and -2 oxidation state. Due to presence of vacant d orbital. Oxygen does not contain vacant d orbital, so it shows lower oxidation states. Write the chemical reactions to convert the following. Acetic acid on intermolecular dehydration with P2O5 as a dehydrating agent, you will get acetic anhydride as a product. And the second reaction, acetic acid reacted with LiLH4, that is strong reducing agent, reduces the carbonyl into the primary alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol. And what is the IUPAC name of methylphenylamine? The IUPAC name of methylphenylamine is methenamine. Show that the time required for 99.9% completion of first order reaction is 3 times the time required for 90% completion. Numeric is already solved based on the first order reaction. General electronic configuration of gadolinium is, gadolinium atomic number is 64. The electronic configuration is 4f7, 5d1, 6s2. So the exceptional electronic configuration. And one more question they are asking in the same. What is the name of nanostructure material used in car tires to increase the life of tires? So nanosilica they are utilizing in the tires. Derive the relationship between delta H and delta U. So this is a very famous question. Delta H enthalpy change the reaction, delta U internal energy for the reaction. So delta H is equals to delta U plus P delta V. This is the relation. And what is vulcanization of rubber? The process of improving the tensile strength and the quality of natural rubber by heating and adding the sulfur is called as vulcanization of rubber. One more question attached, peptide bond. The peptide bond is chemical bond formed between the two molecules when carboxylic group of one molecule reacts with amino group of other molecule. By the dehydration, it will form the amidic bond or amidic linkage. That linkage is called as peptide linkage. Next question. Silver crystallization FCC with the unit cell 400 picometer. calculate the density of silver. This numeric is already solved in a textbook. Rho is equals to density Zm upon Na into A cube. Z is number of atoms, capital M is atomic mass of silver, N0 that is Na Avogadro's number, A cube, M is age length of unit cell. Only substitute the values. Second question in the same one, write a note on a haloform reaction. Haloform reaction. In a haloform reaction, when methyl ketone is reacted with halogen in aqueous sodium hydroxide, the ketone gets oxidizes to sodium salt of an acid, one of the carbon less than the ketone, and at the same time haloform get formed. It's called as haloform test. So here, this example, this is haloform is formed in this reaction. Next one, what is the diastereomer? Diastereomer is the compound which have same molecular formula and sequence of bonded element, but which are non-superimposable mirror images, called as diastereomer. And what is the cis and trans structure of this coordination complex? This is cis and trans. Cis means the chlorine to the same side, trans means the chlorine to the opposite side. What is the reference electrode? Reference electrode whose potential is arbitrarily taken as 0 and exactly known. The standard hydrogen electrode, that is SHE, calomel electrode, silver electrode, we are utilizing as a reference electrode in electrochemistry. One more question, bleaching action of ozone is also called as dry bleaching. So ozone is very strong oxidizing agent, and the biggest challenge in the using it to bleach wool pulp. So ozone can react with site of unsaturated, including those within the aromatic ring, and it is also a good reagent to allow the pulp to bleach without any chlorine or chlorinating chemicals. That is totally chlorine free. What is the dose process? When chlorobenzene reacted with sodium hydroxide at 300 atmospheric, it forms sodium benzoate and sodium phenoxide, which on hydrolysis it will form phenols. Second, bromine water on phenol. So bromine water when reacted with phenol, it gives ortho-para-phenol, tribromo-phenol, that is 2,4,6-tribromo-phenol, because phenol is ortho-para directing group. So 16 group element have low value of ionization enthalpy as compared to the 15 group element, because they are having half filled p orbital configuration, that is extra stability configuration. 16 group element having 3 electrons in the configuration, so it gives stable configuration. What are the two uses of dioxin? Dioxin is used as a uses for respiration process. It is also used for burning of fuels. It is also used for cutting, welding and melting metals. This was the last question. So this is your question paper of the chemistry of 2023. Thank you for watching.